was exactly 1 year ago today that I did my very first split. And I have a feeling today I'm going to be doing some splits. All right, let's start with Carniolans. I am looking for swarm cells and possible split opportunities here. Okay, this is their super, and it looks like they are working it. So this was totally empty last week. Whoa! Go Carnies! All right, this is a super full box. Really packed. All right, there is a lovely frame of larva and brood. That's all nectar down below. They got nectar underneath the brood, which is odd. Yeah, I wonder if she's feeling honey-bound, because they got every single cell filled with nectar down here. Yeah, they're filling up the brood nest. Why are you doing that? You've got 2 supers. Brood nest is all backfilled. Okay, she's laying on this frame way over. This hive is packed with nectar. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this hive with this frame. I'm going to take this frame. It's got brood, larva, little capped brood, larva, and eggs on this side. And I'm going to put it in to my resource hive. Then I'm going to take one frame with all the resources on it, a frame with a lot of capped brood and nectar. Okay, queen is over here on the far side, and that is a frame with a ton of brood that's going to hatch, and there's capped honey in here. So that's brood, capped honey, and a lot of bees. And they're going in the other, right next to the other frame. I'm going to put an empty frame in here for them to rebuild, because they got the bees for it. Okay, and then put this back in here. Okay, Carniolans have been split off. Queen is in here laying. They can make some. They can draw some new comb here, and they got to get all that honey out of the brood nest because they are honey bound right now. Okay, bees, look out. I'm going to take one of these frames and just shake it into the other hive just for some population. Some of these are forage bees and they'll come back here, but some are nurse bees. That's all full of nectar. All right, I'm just going to shake these bees into the little split I made. Okay, that's some beautiful nectar in there. All right, this is going to be capped soon. Okay, a little Carniolan split. Okay, new package. Sorry. Cornelia. All right, it's all drawn out. Let's see how heavy it is. It's not heavy at all. So they're not up here yet. That's totally fine. Let's take a peek down below. Oh, that's getting heavy. All nectar. Very nice. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. They're backfilling the nectar right down underneath the brood. Underneath the brood is nectar. All surrounding it. A lot of brood down below, which is good. She's using both boxes. Yep. All right, there's eggs all over this frame right here. That's our egg frame. All right, let's go look for the queen up top. But this is definitely a good frame if I'm going to take a split. That's the frame I want to take, I think. Beautiful nectar pollen, drone frame. Look at the pollen on that frame. It's just bee bread. Solid. That is amazing. Another frame of bee bread. Beautiful stuff. I'd say they're just a little bit honey bound. Like they're putting all the nectar right in the brood nest. That's just a totally Amazing frame of brood right there. So edge to edge brood. Okay, this is a packed frame of nectar and honey, and the queen is on it. She's right on this frame. I'm going to take this frame out of here. Make sure there's eggs on it. My eyes are messing with me. Okay, there are no eggs in this frame. Okay, so I'm going to take the one that was down below this. This is the frame she's about to lay into. But I'm going to take this frame of brood, because this is a mega frame right here. And then this is going back in for the queen to lay. So I'm splitting this frame off the hive as my brood frame, packed with brood and nectar. That's going right into the split. Okay, they're getting an empty frame. Okay, queen has a frame to lay into right next to where she is. This is an empty frame for them to draw out. I do need one more frame of nectar, which I think I'm going to take that end frame. Actually, this is all pollen. This is their bee bread frame. So I'm going to take it and they can use it. Okay, now I just have to go down below and take that frame of eggs. This is our egg frame right here. Lots of eggs on this frame right here. So this is going right into the split, and they're going to make a queen on this frame. All right, so what we got here is, this is the split from the Carniolans. All right, so this is the Carniolan side, and we have a frame here that has eggs on it that they will use to make a queen. This is a resource frame that's filled with nectar and brood that is going to emerge. So the population will increase in here. This is an empty frame, and this is a frame that's not drawn yet. And I'm going to give them some syrup to get them going. So this side has much more resources. This is the Cornelia side. We have a frame filled with bee bread and nectar. A frame with a ton of eggs, a frame with a ton of brood and nectar, and an empty frame. This is a drawn frame, so they can get right to work. I'm going to give these girls some syrup as well. This side of the nuke has an exit on this side, and this side of the nuke exits over here. So when the queens emerge and go out and orient, the queen from this side is going to orient this direction, and the queen from this side will orient this direction, so they'll be able to come back to their own hive. So that's how this works. Okay, Balboa. How does the buildup go? Balboa is a survivor, but is definitely slowing down. Filled with nectar. So they're treating this box like a super, it seems. Oh, remember last week what I did? I put all the brood down below, and these were all empty frames. That's right. So they're just doing what I set them up for. Last week I put all the empty frames up top. So yeah, they're filling this upper box with nectar. So, you know, hey, maybe I spoke too soon. There she is. That's all. They're filling that with nectar. That's all fresh nectar. All right, let's have a look down at the bottom. They got plenty of space up here. She's doing well. They don't need a super. Yeah, lots of space to lay. All right, they're okay. They're not going to swarm this week. Nice brood, beautiful brood. All right, I'm just going to leave them just like this and come back in a week. Balboa's doing the slow, steady build. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, checking our little single. You guys filling up a super or what? They're just starting. Brood box is packed. Just want to see if there's any sign of swarming in here, because you've been in a single brood box this whole time. Full of nectar. Lovely. Starting to fill this side with nectar. Full of eggs. Wahoo! Holy cow. This is a heavy frame. All right, there's our queen. Right there. And we have a frame filled with drones. So I have a name for this queen here. She's going to be Queen Una. Welcome, Queen Una, because you are the first queen that survived a single brood box over the winter. That is your name. Welcome, Queen Una. All right, there's no swarm cells. There's no even swarm cups or anything, but all the frames are pretty packed. This hive is jammed, and it's gonna explode in population here. Yeah, I don't think they need another super. They got this whole super here they can work on, so they're fine. Okay, this is a big hive here. I'm gonna just make sure they're not gonna swarm or anything. See how they're building. They have single brood box with 2 supers. This is the same configuration the Carniolans have. So let's see if they're up in the second super yet. They're up here. They're building out a frame. This frame is being drawn out. So again, this is the super. So look at all those bees. Yeah, they're building up like the Carniolans are. Oh, that's nice and heavy. And this queen is going to get a name today. Okay. So we got a big queen cup here. So, what's going on there? Can't even see if it I mean, there's got to be something in there. Oh yeah. Okay, that's going into its own box. Now it's getting dark, and I got to find a queen and make sure we don't have a queen emergency going on here. Here she is. So there's our queen on a packed frame of brood. Okay, I think I'm just going to take that other thing out of there. I'm putting this into a nuke. Okay, queen is on this frame. Massive frame of brood. Okay, that's all larva. Some brood and larva. Yeah, they're making a ton of swarm cells over here. All right, so these are going into the nuke as well, because they're already made up. And they're getting an empty frame. Looking for more swarm cells. All right, I got to get all the swarm cells off of here. Nope. So just that one frame so far. Okay, one frame had a swarm cell on it. So now they got a brand new big empty frame. There she is. Okay, she's there. I'm going to shake some bees off into the other box here. From here. Alright, I think I may have prevented a swarm here. I took away their swarm cells and their queen cup that was almost capped, and I added empty frames, and now they're getting all their resources back. So we have space in the brood box now. Alright, so they were definitely getting ready to swarm. There were swarm cells on the bottom of that frame over there, and there was a giant queen cell that was getting ready to be capped. So they were about to leave. I got 2 new empty frames here. So hopefully I got rid of the cells they've been working on for the last week, so now they don't have those cells in here anymore. Yeah, they have some more space in the brood nest. So hopefully that will deter them from swarming. We shall see. So I was about to name this hive, and I got a little scared there with that swarm behavior. But anyway, I am going to name this queen. I'm going to call her Queen Adrienne. It has been suggested in the comments, and I like it. So Queen Adrienne of the Balboa line. And there it is. Hopefully she sticks around now that she has a name. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this super and put this on the top. And put the empty one underneath. to give them even more of a feeling of having space. This is an empty super. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this on top. This is getting capped. This is getting full. To give them the illusion of their hive expanding. So there it is. There's no brood up here. This is just a honey super. So hopefully they're going to go down and start working on building out these frames. Yo, Adrienne, I hope you stick around. I like you. I'd like you to stay here. Alright, and this right over here is the Adrienne split. There's an empty side over here. I got to split something into here later, but right now, this is our Adrienne split. Whoa, there's a lot of bees in here. This has a totally empty frame. This has a drawn frame, a frame with swarm cells on it, and the big giant queen cup that's almost capped. And there's a lot of brood in here. So these bees now think that the rest of the hive just swarmed on them, and they're left behind with what's left. So I just did like an artificial swarm. All right, sun's going down. It's getting a little dark. So we got 3 splits today, and one was just about to swarm. So that's really cool. So I hope that she doesn't swarm, obviously, but she won't swarm if I took her queen cell away and there's no swarm cells left, right? I mean, right? So the thing I really wanted to do is get into the largest hives today and see if anyone was about to swarm, and one was. So I stopped that, I hope. The other ones all are building up great. There's nectar, bee bread, lots of pollen coming in. All the apple trees have been in full blossom all the past week. The dandelions peaked and now they're starting to go to seed, but there's still a lot out. So we have a Carniolan split, we have a Cornelia split, and we have an Adrienne split. So on those splits, I'm probably going to come up here tomorrow and give them some, just a mason jar full of 1-to-1 syrup so they can start filling up the empty frames and drawing out the other frames. And they're going to be off and running. That one Adrienne split should be off and running way faster than the others, because the other ones still have to make the queen cell, and you know that queen has to go through her 16-day period of emerging. The other one is got a huge jump start. So very exciting. We are on the way, and we will be back next time. Thanks for watching.